people clicking onto this webinar from all over the world, so you're all very welcome. My name is Lisa Walsh, and I've been with Forever for 14 years now. When you were asked to come on this webinar, you were probably told that there was a way to earn income, maybe a way for you to earn a small amount of income, maybe a few hundred a month, on top of your job or your current business. Or maybe you were told that there was a way to actually replace your current full-time income, or a way to make yourself financially free. So all is available through this opportunity, and we're delighted to be able to share it with you this evening. Going back 14 years ago when I joined Forever Living, the reason I joined was because I had two young children at the time. At the time, they were only 2 and 4 years old, and I was looking for a way to be able to work from home. Around my children. My husband had a traditional business and he was working very long hours, but with most traditional businesses, a lot of money comes in, and then a lot of money goes back out again, and not so much rests in your own bank account. So we were looking for a way to have a cash flow into our home. And so I decided, well, Ian couldn't work any more hours than he was working, and I decided, well, I will do something. And I knew that a job wasn't for me. I knew that wasn't going to work, because with two young children, by the time I paid my childcare costs, I wouldn't have had maybe 50 euros a week left for myself. So I knew I had to find another way. So it says up here, you can change your life when you change your thinking. And certainly, going back 14 years ago, I had changed my thinking. I already knew that a regular job wasn't going to work. And for those of you who are looking at this as a way to make additional income, if you already have a full-time job, you know that it's very difficult to make an income outside of that job, because that job is taking up 40, it could be 50 hours in the week. But the interesting thing about this opportunity is it works around your family, your job, maybe you have another business that you're committed to, and you can actually work it quite effectively around everything. So change your life when you change your thinking, and that's what happens with Forever. This is a different way of doing business, a different way of earning income, and you certainly can change your life. You take a look at it and decide if it's for you. We're going to show it to you over the next 20 minutes, so bear with us here and we will move on to our next slide. So what's available through Forever, and what are the needs and the things that we're looking for? Well, most of us are looking for a better lifestyle. We're looking maybe for more time and freedom. Maybe some of you are just looking for a new car, the money for a new car. What about travel? The travel's extensive through Forever Living, and certainly we get a couple of free holidays a year, but also working with us, if this ends up your full-time income, it is a fantastic way of being able to travel anytime that you want to, because you can set your own work hours. Financial independence, well, a lot of us want this, don't we? And that can be anything. For some people, they just want the extra cash. Maybe you have too much month and not enough money at the end of your month. It can help with that. It can also help you to be debt free. And certainly if you're looking to create an income that's going to be paid to you every month for the rest of your life, this is a great way of having a pension for yourself. What about working from home and being your own boss? I highly recommend it. This evening, we can talk to people all over the world from home, from the comfort of our own homes. I'm just sitting here in my own kitchen, and able to work from the laptop. It's a fantastic way of working. Fulfillment and recognition. The thing about Forever Living is it's not just the lifestyle and the income, but it's the opportunity to have somebody recognize your work and what you do. And at every stage in this business, we're recognized and rewarded for the work that we do. So that can be really, really important to a lot of people. And up in the third quadrant we have here, it says better lifestyle and a healthier way of living. So the thing is that you can have all the income that you want, but if you don't have your health, then you can have a challenge with that. Obviously, what we would all want is better health and better wealth. So let's just take a look and see the background to Forever and how this company can offer that to you. Well, we are brand leaders, and with Forever, it's a family company with family values. It was started by the Maughan family in 1978, and so we're now this year 36 years in business. What that means to you is this company is solid and stable, and you can trust this company to pay you now and all the way into your future, and even your children's income can come from Forever, and we'll show you how that's possible. This is our head office in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's our international headquarters. We have headquarters all over the world, but this one's our international headquarters. So this is where Rex is, our CEO, and Rex Maughan runs the company from there. It has a turnover of over $2.6 billion, and we have 1.5 billion in assets. So this is a very exciting company to work with. It's completely cash rich and debt free, and what that means to you is that this is not a company that's going to disappear overnight because maybe the bank's called in a loan. There are no loans attached to this company. I don't know any other company in the world that has a 2.6 billion turnover and almost $1.5 billion in assets, and nothing, not one penny, is owed to the banks. So it's completely stable and solid. You can trust this company with your future. Look at the Forever story. Look at the sales chart. We have never had a year that we haven't had growth. We grow every single year and have done so for 36 years. It's absolutely incredible, the growth of this company. The head offices all around the world. The one on the top left that you see here is Margramore House. It's our Irish head office. And beautiful head office as it is. There's about 25 of us going up there for luncheon with the managing director on Sunday. We're going to have a fabulous day. It's such a lovely location to spend the day. Margramore House. Next to that, we have Longbridge Manor, which is our UK manor home that we run our business from in the UK. We also have on the lower left, you'll see the Scandinavian head office. Was once is still a castle, but is now owned by the Maughan family, and that's our Scandinavian head office. In the middle, you see our Hungarian head office, and one of the few really modern buildings that we have is our Tokyo head office, and that the reason we have that and not a more sort of listed historical type building, which Rex really loves, is because in Tokyo, downtown Tokyo, it's very hard to get an old building. But the entire building is owned by us, all bought and paid for with cash. And we have these head offices all over the world in 158 countries. So for those of you who are listening in this evening, we may not be able to show all the head office because there's so many of them, but believe me, there's a beautiful head office in your country where all the staff are there just waiting to help you build and grow your business. On the lower right hand side is one of our most famous assets, and it's called South Fork Ranch. Some of you will remember it from the Dallas series in the 1980s. Of course, Dallas now, there's a new series of it, which of course my kids love to watch. We were out there actually last September for a party and a rodeo with Rex on one of the free holidays that come when you work with Forever Living. And we'll surely be out there in another couple of years' time too. So hopefully you'll be on that trip with us and you can have a fun rodeo at South Fork. Let's look at the product range that we work with. We have the natural health drinks. We have personal care like shampoos, conditioners, soaps, deodorants. We have weight management. In fact, in 2014, at the end of 2014, at the end of every year, Google released their list of the most Googled things of 2014. And in actual fact, the most Googled diet of 2014 was our Clean 9, or which is now known as our C9. So we actually have the most popular weight loss product available in the world comes from our company and is unavailable from any other company. So that is a brilliant opportunity for you to work in that market if that's of interest to you. We also have animal care. If you like your furry friends, in our house it's a little bit like a zoo sometimes. There's 3 cats, there's a dog and 3 horses, and so they take our products too, and they have really healthy lives as a result. We have nutritional supplements, we have skincare and beauty, we have amazing makeup products as well, if you like that end of things. Sports and mobility is a really interesting area that we're in. That is a really growing marketplace, and the products that we produce for sports and mobility are actually up to Olympic standard. So you can have somebody maybe that plays on the local GAA team, or maybe your retired person plays a little bit of sport using our products, but we also have Olympic athletes that actually use our products too. So let's take a look at the income opportunity for you. Well, there are 3 ways that you can earn income. You have the retail opportunity, you have the team building opportunity, and the royalty bonus. So I'm going to go through those with you, and you can determine yourself which one has the income level attached that you'd be interested in. On retailing the products, basically you're just looking at having 20 to 30 customers, and that will give you 300 to 500 euros per month. You don't start off with 20, you might start off with 2 or 3, but quite quickly the products work so well that when people tell people people, you can develop a nice customer base for yourself. Moving on to team building, let's look at how that works. Well, if you knew two people that would like to earn some extra income and you told them about Forever Living, so let's say this is your two people here and you've told them about Forever Living, but they have the opportunity to also tell two people. And if they told some people and they told some people, your team starts to grow. And we view all of these people as part of your team and your business. And as such, you can become what we call a manager in Forever Living. And a manager means that you're earning 30% plus an 18% bonus. So you're actually on 48%, whereas as a retailer, you were on 35. You've now worked your way up to 48%. And let's look at what happens when you build a team and you're on that 48%. Well, you as a manager on 48%, and let's look at just one team member, and we'll call him Joe. Joe is new, so he's on 35%. And Joe builds his customer base, and let's say he turns over €1,000. He might turn over less, he might turn over a lot more, some do, but we know that the average is usually around €1,000. So what happens here is Joe generates his 1,000, he makes 35%, €350, and the companies say, well done you, without you we would not have had that €1,000 in turnover, so we're now going to pay you the difference between what Joe is on and what you're on. So we take 35 from 48, and as you can see here, you receive 13% bonus on that €1,000, which is €130. But you don't just have Joe, because in the previous slide we showed you how Joe can talk to other people and your team starts to grow. So what if you had 10 Joes or 10 people in your team? You would now be earning €1,300 per month. So it can just keep going and going. I remember thinking this is just incredible, because at the time I was at home with the children, and to be able to receive an income of over €1,300 a month within 3 to 4 months of starting in Forever was amazing to me. But you can go on and you can build an even bigger income from there. Because what happens here is, in order to give everybody a really fair go at everything here, everybody in Forever Living can be a manager. A manager is just a title for being on the top level of income. So let's look at what happens when people in your team become managers. Well, you're a manager on 48, and let's say the first person frontline to you introduced becomes a manager. They're now on 48, and then someone under them the same, and someone under them the same. We pay 3 levels down. So what happens here is we take 48 from 48, we get nothing, and instead they just cancel out that installment payment, and instead they pay you 6% on the turnover of your first manager. Well, your first manager line with the mature group has about 20 people in their team turning over 1,000, which means that you get 6% of that 20,000, which is 1,200. On the second line, you get 3% of that 20,000, which is 600. And on the third line, you get 2% of that 20,000, which is 400. So amazingly, on one line, you get €2,200 paid to you. Now, I have people in my team that earn these size incomes, and they still have full-time jobs, maybe another business that they do, or maybe they're like me and they're home with their children. So a full-time income can be established working around what you're already doing. You decide how many managers you want in your group, and they can be anywhere in the world that you want them. And we know people everywhere, don't we? Who knows somebody in America, in Australia, in England, in Europe? They can all be managers in your group. They all have an equal opportunity that you have here too. So let's look at just having 2 managers in your group. With 2 managers, you're looking at 40,000 plus per year in income. With 5, 70,000 plus per year in income. 9, 120, 17, 250,000, and 25, 400,000 plus per year in income. I just think at this point, you're looking at an income that basically this is suitable for anybody. It's suitable for the CEO of a company who's thinking about retiring and wants a huge monthly income to see him through retirement. It's suitable for a mom at home with their children. It's suitable for absolutely anybody. We even pay towards a car. We pay an extra incentive each month from 400 to 600 to 800 euros a month. If you love your car and you want to keep it and you don't want to change it, you can spend it on anything you want to spend it on. It's just extra money they give you each month. What else do we do? Well, travel. If any of you like to travel, one of the best parts of Forever Living is the travel. Each year we take 2 international holidays with the company. Last year, well, let's go to the previous year. The previous year it was Hawaii and Sardinia. Last year it was London and Lake Tahoe in California, and then we went on to Dallas South Fork Ranch, all expenses paid with the company. And this year, there's a whole crowd of us here from Ireland and all around the world, and we are going in April. So I think we're going in about 6 weeks' time, actually. Time to start packing, to Singapore. And after that, in September, we go to Cancun. So if travel is your thing, and you think that it would be wonderful to have five-star hotels all paid for you twice a year, spending money and everything, then you're looking at the right opportunity, because the travel is incredible with this company. We also have Chairman's Bonus, where Rex puts, it's about 3% of the turnover of the company, and he puts it in a pot each year. This year, or should I say last year, it was 22.5 million. That pot has gone up. It's even more again this year. That will be paid out in Singapore. But you can see some of the checks in our team. And this is just our team alone. This isn't even all over the world that were paid out from Forever. We've Christine and Derek, who were only 10 months with us when they received their share of the profits. Now understand, this is not your monthly check. That's aside from this. This is actually, in addition, you get a free holiday to some continent around the world, and you get all expenses paid, and then you get this put into your bank. So you can see we have 3,329 with Derek and Christine, only 10 months with us. We have Anne and Paddy, who've been with us for 10 years and who have qualified every year for their share of the profits. You have Seamus and Aileen, who joined our company for a pension plan. They look very happy there. They're receiving their share. We have Louise and Jason. They are 4 years with us, and this is their third share of the profits. We have Lorraine and James, and they're 5 years with us, and they've received several times their share of the profits. And myself and Ian there, you can see that we've received almost 80,000 from the company. And the exciting thing is we can show all of you how this is done. You start off on a smaller amount, but as you qualify each year, the amount gets bigger and bigger. So the only difference between us and you is time. So you could be sitting here in a couple of years' time with your 80,000 coming in each year as an extra bonus on top of your yearly income. Some of the people in our team, we have Derek Kane as a business owner. We mentioned him earlier. He's now 2 years with us and has received his share of the profits each year. We have Jade McDonald, who's a young mom in her 20s, having her second child. She gave up working as a personal trainer or fitness trainer at the gyms because the hours were unsociable. She now has a full-time income working from home around, as she calls them, her two little dollies, her gorgeous little girls. We have Louise and Jason. Jason is an ex-detective. Jason was a detective for 17 years and is 3 years now with us in Forever, and he is 2 years now where he has given up his job as a detective and now has a gorgeous full-time income working from home with his wife Louise. So what are the benefits of Forever? Well, it's a proven business model. What I'm showing here tonight is exactly what Ian and I, my husband and I, built our income on, that business model. It's what brand new people build it on. It's an incredible model. It's uncapped income potential. You decide what you want to earn. There's no cap on this. It's a willable income. The incredible part is you can actually leave this to your children, because after you're gone, people are still in our company using moving products, and that check can go on to your children after you're gone. Complete flexibility, work around your job, your children, your other business. Training and support is there for you, and of course the recognition and appreciation is there for you every step of the way. So Rex Mullen says, why spend your life working to build someone else's dream? Why not work to build your own? You know, with Forever Living, you're really working to build your own dream. When we were working to build our traditional business, we thought we were building our own dream, but we actually had made a mistake. We were actually working for the bank. And our company, we had a multi-million euro company, and it was actually put into receivership by the bank. So we know the reality of that, and we know that the Forever Living business is a solid income for you and for your loved ones. So let's recap on that. On the retail opportunity of 300 to 500 euros, on team building 500 to 1,000 plus per month, and on the royalty income 2,000 euro plus per month. If you're interested, please contact the person who invited you on the webinar this evening, and they can get further information to you. Or if you're ready to get started, you register. There's a simple form. Again, the person who invited you on will be able to give this to you. You order your starter pack. Now, your starter pack is different from country to country, so please check with the person who invited you on, and they'll advise you of how much it is. Book your business plan meeting. That's the fun part, where you actually get to discuss what you want, how you want your future to change, and the time that you want it to change by. For example, you could say, this time next year I want to be out of my full-time job and I want to be working from home and living a better lifestyle with a full-time income, and we can do that for you. So it says here, change your thinking, change your actions, and change your life, and you certainly can do that through Forever Living products. We've done it, and we're looking forward to help you do it too. If you decide this is something for you, you'll be seeing a lot more of myself and of Ian as the leaders of this team. We're very happy to help and support and mentor everybody to achieve their goals. So we want to really thank you for being on with us this evening. and we wish you a lovely rest of the evening. And if it's time change for you, enjoy the rest of your day, if that's the time of day it is for you. So thank you very much for being on our webinar tonight. Please contact the person who invited you on, and they will take you through the next steps or answer your questions for you. Thank you very much, everybody, and good evening.